this one was mine here. Okie dokie.
Okay, I am live. Welcome everyone to the channel. How you guys all doing? This is a live stream tonight with Kennerman Gaming. We're gonna go through the dev stream of earlier today and the trailer video and discuss it and hear what your guys' thoughts are. Yeah, so please also don't forget to check out our socials, our discords, our patrons. All links are in the bottom of my channel, and go check out Kennerman Gaming's channel. Links are in the bottom in the description on my site as well. Kennerman, it's in your hands now.
Sorry, I'm just having minor technical difficulties, so just give me a hot moment.
That's fine. We can all listen how he swears.
Don't tempt me. Let me just reopen it and see. I don't know what's going on.
You know, I've studied IT, and one of the things they tell you, the best medicine for a computer problem sometimes, switch it off and start it up again. Sometimes that solves the problem.
I have just restarted, so let's see if this works. Restarted the app that I use. So let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I will have to disappear for a hot moment.
That's fine.
But this should work. Otherwise, we'll just roll with it as it is, and then I'll record later. There we go. The gods smile upon me today. All right, let us just get going. Sorry, guys, I apologize. I am a little bit more disorganized and chaotic than I usually am, which honestly is not saying a whole lot. But yeah, we are going and gone. Welcome everybody to the stream. I hope you guys are doing well. This is just going to be as Easy was saying. This is just going to be a looking over of the dev content that popped up today. Relatively straightforward things, not too much going on in terms of, opaque things that we need to look through. But yeah, if you guys really enjoy our content, please do like, share, sub, all of that fun stuff. We do have patrons if you guys want to support us or buy us a coffee. We appreciate it greatly. Easy's channel for guys on my side is linked below. I forgot his Patreon again. I will fix that in the next stream, promise.
Yeah, we will.
But our Patreon's up in there, and if you want to go and check Easy's Patreon up while you're over there, please go give him a sub. He really does make great content. And without further ado, I think let us get on into it. So we are here, as Easy said, with the dev server. Easy, I believe, has the video up on his side, and if he doesn't, we'll just roll through basically what we saw. So Easy, if you want to take us away, you're welcome to.
Okay, I did cover this last night, and I made horrible amateur mistakes that I should have never made. Really, I did. I didn't see stuff that wasn't there. But I don't think we should really focus too much on the video. We should get straight to the stream.
Get straight to the dev server.
Yeah, straight to the dev server, because with every video I posted, I put in the video in the video, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So I think we should just pass by and get straight to the stream. That's what I think. So I've moved on to Tommy and Oxy's face, because I can't blank it out, unfortunately.
So basically, I'm just looking through the dev server that is live. So if you haven't installed it, guys, go quickly search up the War Thunder dev server launcher. It'll be on one of the wiki pages or something to that effect. You can download it and install. Bear in mind, this is available to everybody. Everybody can have the dev server. I apologize for that notification. I thought I muted my phone. It's a new phone, so hang on. I need to shut it up. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, Easy. Okay, cool. I think I've got everything. Right, so it shouldn't make any more noises now. But like I was saying, the dev server is up and available for those who would like to join. And I think maybe we should start. Do you want to start with USA and work left to right, or
I want to.
start with Israel and work left?
Okay, that's on the vehicles. I want to talk about the map first, the new map.
All right. So yeah, I mean the map. Let me just bring up something here quick. In the meantime.
Okay, I don't have the dev server. Sorry, guys. I am still trying to fix that problem. Maybe I could get some help in trying to fix that.
I'll walk you through it afterwards, I promise.
I'm having major issues with the dev server for some other reason. Wonder if I shouldn't switch to your stream, what you streaming now, and use that rather.
Yeah, you can. I can just stream it straight to Discord for you, or you can watch on the stream itself.
Nah, use yours on my stream as well.
Yeah, you're welcome to. Just mute me so that there's no feedback on your stream. All right, so let me know when you're ready for that, and then we'll continue.
No, I'll stick with this. It's fine. We gotta talk about the same things. I'm watching your stream anyway.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll with it then. So we're gonna go from. Let's do the USA first, because that I think is where most of the things that people want to see is, or whatever is the right English. So we'll start with the army, and then we'll kind of go left to right from there, and we'll work our way through. Sometimes there's stuff on the dev server that is not shown in the live stream. I have run through the dev server.
Okay,
myself.
wait.
I haven't seen anything.
Share your screen. So share your screen.
Okay, cool. I will momentarily. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. So as I was saying there quick, in terms of surprise vehicles or surprise... Whoop, that's the wrong button. There we go. In terms of surprise vehicles or surprise items, I haven't seen anything, unfortunately. However, that being said, please bear in mind that this is subject to change. The dev server tends to go through a couple of iterations before it is finally released, obviously, to the public.
Yeah.
So we are, I don't want to say likely to see additional vehicles added, but there is a fair chance that more vehicles will be added as the dev servers go through their various iterations. So just keep that in mind as we go through. Please don't be disappointed if you don't see your things just yet. They still may come. They may not, but they might. I don't know. I don't work for Gaijin, so I can't confirm nor deny anything. But as the dev server stands, this is what we see. And then I think we'll go through a couple of our thoughts on it. But first, before we go through any vehicles, the maps. So apparently the maps are going to be changed up to basically have different sort of, I want to say features. I don't know if that's the right word, but basically they want to have different features. So if I quickly just find a ground lineup and stop being an absolute retard, then maybe I can show you. Let's take out the LVT. And we'll go like really, really low tier. We'll send the M4 on holiday. Let's see, ground realistic. No, neocrate. Okay, cool. So basically what they're saying is that the maps are going to change based on the BRs that you find yourself in. So I don't know how effective that currently is. The new map is Flanders, as you can see here, based on Flanders Field in... correct me if I'm wrong, but Belgium/France. I think it's Belgium. But Flanders Field is basically the inspiration behind the map Flanders. Shocker, it's in the name. And we're going to quickly see if this works. I'm not entirely sure. I do just need to kill the audio as soon as I'm loaded in. So if there's anything you'd like to comment on while I load in easy, please go ahead.
Yes, sorry guys, I just got a bit of issues here. Screwed up somewhere. It looks like I'm still streaming. What they said about the new map is that because when you play low tier, you've got like all the low tier stuff, okay? So what they want to do is take from low tier to high tier. So when you go to high tier, you still got like Panthers laid around and all of that. So they want to modernize it, as you can almost say. They want to add new points of interest into it. So that's what their plan is. If you guys are following what I'm telling you. So in how can I put it?
Sorry, I just want to check graphics here. Don't know why it took so long to load in there. Actually, maybe hang on. So we're fiddling it. This is a bit of a chaotic stream, but we're rolling. We're rolling.
So in survival games we call points of interest, POIs. So they want to update the POIs. So in low tier you'll have like World War II POIs. In top tier you will have more modern POIs. That's why in that intro video you see a Zeppelin and then you see what they think is a C1 Galaxy laid across the battlefield. So that's...
I'm not sure why my Thunder is having such a fit when loading in, but there we go. We finally loaded in. Unfortunately, because this is the dev server, we are somewhat limited as to what we can bring. So we're just gonna quickly... I don't intend to fight this battle out, but this is just to showcase the new map. Actually, hang on, before we do that, I want to test something. So, before we go to the points of interest, as Easy was pointing out, let us have a look at the... So, okay, new firing mechanic, that's first off. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you got heavy lag on your side. Or maybe we should just run through the vehicles.
No, there we go. I don't think it actually matters, but there we see the discarding saber impact craters. So
yes,
for those who didn't tune into the stream, they now, so the little I kind of want to say package, the case around the actual fin stabilized round has now become a physical thing within War Thunder, and it can do physical damage. So to light skins and open tops and to terrain, it is fairly effective against those sorts of targets. So whilst we skedaddly doodle over, I don't know if there is really anything else with regards to the map. If I remember, it was on B point. I stand to be corrected. Where is this point of interest? Is this
I was just interested in when they were talking about like bringing the maps into the BR that you're playing, which is actually very, very good, because we have played the same old maps for years and it gets boring.
Which isn't up a bit.
Yeah, and to see something new and different will be
sorry.
Will be very interesting in my opinion. I just don't know how this map's gonna play out. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah,
So on that topic, actually, before you run away, what I'm actually picking up is that this map offers a lot in terms of you know, actual employable tactics. So you often have War Thunder players who will play relatively realistic, so like they'll use Held Down or whatever, or flanking tactics or group tank tactics, like platoon level tactics. And you know, most of the maps, like Easy was saying, they're a bit dated and we don't really have anything fresh. Whereas this map has a lot to offer. There is ditches, there is houses, or there are houses rather, there's water, there are some foliage, there is some foliage for cover, light cover, there's bunkers that you can hide behind here. A lot of it is pretty solid cover, which is really, really nice. I'm still yet to find this, I believe, there we go, I found it. Hey! We run around enough, we eventually find our target. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on this map, and I think maybe that's why it took so long to load, is because it's a new map, it's a bit buggy.
Yeah.
But my gosh, I'm actually really blown away by this. But this was the map that Easy, or this is the POI that Easy was talking about. This is a C-130 Galaxy Global Transport aircraft. I believe that was the designation, but it's a Galaxy Global Transport. What's nice is that we are able, as well, to theoretically. Okay, we can't shoot through there because we sit at a bit of an awkward height, but theoretically you'd be able to shoot through the little holes in the aircraft fuselage. Maybe we can do it here. Hey, wait, go back. Reverse, tanker, reverse. Let's see. Is there? I think I'm stuck. Hang on. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Hang on. There we go. Gotta make sure the butt fits in the pocket. Or in the jeans, rather. Okay, cool. But yeah, you get the idea, guys. It's I don't know if it's destructible. That would be very interesting. If it's a destructible piece of the environment, like you can destroy it with artillery, that would be very interesting to see.
So rude.
Super well thought out map for a change. I honestly believe this is one of the better maps Gaijin's produced in the last couple of years. There's a lot of urban environments here, as you can see on the map. There's quite a bit of urban fighting to sort of orientate yourself around. There's a lot of open area. It's a good mix. It's a very, very good mix, and I think because it's based on a battlefield historically that was very difficult to fight over, Flanders. Excuse me. Flanders in the First World War was a very, very tough battle.
Was brutal.
It drained both sides of the conflict. I think it adds to the history of this battle. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys what the point of interest would look like in a low tier battle because we are in the dev server, it defaults us to high tier, gives us Abrams and stuff to play around with. But basically, long story short, is that this POI here, the point of interest, I have lost it again. Hold on, there we go. So that in a low tier battle is going to be a Zeppelin. So
yes.
It's going to look, if you guys have played Battlefield, I think it's 4 or 5, which I don't remember which one it is, but the World War One one. If you've played any World War One era games or you are familiar with World War One, you will know that the Zeppelins were sort of Battlefield 1. Thanks. So Battlefield 1. If you played that, you'll know how the Zeppelin looks. Basically, think of that, but crashed and burnt out, kind of like the Hindenburg, which I think adds a lot of character to it. So this is, I'm really looking forward to playing on this map because they are, like I said, there's a lot of cover, there's a lot of foliage, there's a lot of ditches, lots of hidey holes, lots of hidey places. Hello, what am I shooting at? Ow, that's my gunner. We'll just carry on anyway. But you guys get the idea. It's going to be a very, very fun map. Oh, bastard. He took my... What did he take that made me stop? My engine is fine. Gaijin, your dev server's broken again, damn it. But yeah, for those who also missed the previous bit of the stream, the discarding Sabo part of the APFSDS round now actually... The discarding part now actually has physical characteristics, and my game crashed. So I'm going to quickly close and restart that if you guys don't mind. But in the meantime, Easy, is there anything thought-wise that you have with regards to the map?
Well, I'm just really, guys, I am really happy that they just implementing new maps. I've always said that maps are something that's needed desperately in the game because of the simple fact you play a map so long, you actually learn every nook and cranny of it. So yeah, it is just something that's needed in my opinion. Sorry about this, guys. I was sponging off of his stream, of his so we'll set that up.
I'll get it back up now, I promise.
That's just basically it. I just like the idea of also low tier should be different to high tier. High tier is a lot faster paced, the tanks move quicker, so the environment should change because like Germany didn't stay destroyed until now, till 2014 or what. Yeah, it was rebuilt, so the map should change with that, and I like that. That's a concept I really do like.
Yeah, and I agree. Like, I mean, the presence of dynamic maps, I think, is going to be really interesting. But also, what's nice is it's going to freshen up the game. Like Easy was saying, we've been playing the same maps, the same everything, basically, for the last almost 11 years now.
Yeah.
You know, so it would be really nice just to breathe some life into the game in general, but also into the maps. But yeah, I think that's really all we can say about the map. I didn't see anything else. Oh, there is an air map actually. Let us.
Yeah, it's not actually a new map. It's an old map.
No, it's not for Air Arcade, but for Air Realistic. It is, or at least the Air Realistic version of the map.
Yeah,
is,
it's been.
I'm gonna see if I can take the MiG out on an Air Realistic battle. I don't think we'll be able to.
No, I don't think we should because your like frames and everything drop and it's.
No, there we go. Problem solved. I don't know what it was.
Okay, you must share your stream again. Or your.
Yes, I will. Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
So yeah, I haven't got my dev streams set up yet. Sorry guys. I've been saying for years I should have it set up, but I never get around to doing it.
Cool. So we are just waiting for this to load up. There we go. Huzzah! Wonderful. But yeah, I mean, the ground map I'm really excited for. Air Realistic, I think it could be a lot of fun because there is the I suppose potential for a lot of tunnel running and clip making in terms. So if you're interested in cinematics and stuff, and you make that sort of stuff for War Thunder, I think you're going to benefit largely from this map.
I agree. Yes.
Also, apparently, the textures are what. Also, coming back to what Easy was saying about dynamic maps. So this map at night changes from daylight. So at night, apparently, the city is supposed to light up. It's not an actual like emitting light, but it's a textured light.
Yes.
Or texture pack on the city. So that's how that works. Balls. Sorry, just realized that every single one of my controls are default on dev server. I hate this so much. Okay, well, we wait for me to get up in the air.
Or an easy way to crash.
This is horrible. Go, little baby, go. There we go. Now we're airborne. So basically, long story short, is they've added two new maps really. Nothing more, nothing less. But on the topic of things revolving around the 11-year anniversary, so for those who are interested, there's a anniversary Twitch tournament or tournament live stream with Twitch drops being held by War Thunder Esports. The Twitch drop will happen on the live stream during the 4 weekends of the anniversary tournament. There will be a couple of camos that are really available to the players. So if you watch the Air Superiority 4v4 campaign, you will have the chance to receive F-16C Golden Sunskin, Barak 2 Lightning Storm, Yak 141 Bumblebee, and Esport Megaphone decoration. If you guys watch the War Thunder 11 Firefront 5v5 campaign, you will have access to a skin for the Tornado IDS ASSTA1, the MiG-29 SMT Quick Response camo, the F-16AG Hanagasumi camo, and the AH-64D Firestarter camo. There are also, if you guys haven't joined the esports, community, if you haven't joined the esports Discord already, I think you guys should do that roundabout now because they're giving away or doing a giveaway for the Su-39 pack, the K9 Vidar pack, the 4S Phantom 2 pack, the M1 KVT pack, and the Kafir Canard pack. So that is all happening over on the anniversary tournament side of things and the esports Discord. If we roll around here, we were able to see the city, and this was displayed to us during the dev server. But basically, long story short with this is that there's going to be a couple of ground targets for ground pounding, obviously. And there's also going to be a lot of place to hide. It's a very dynamic terrain again. You can use the mountains to hide, and it's actually beneficial to your playstyle because it is in a convenient spot. Oh, I don't know where that one was going, but let us find a tunnel to do a tunnel run. Up and around we go.
You know, when I play air matches, I like city matches and mountain terrain because for me there's nothing cooler than getting into a dogfight and someone's on your tail and you weave around these buildings and you're just like hoping for this guy to make a mistake and crash into the building and you can laugh your ass off and you crash into the next one. I love these type of maps. These maps is what I enjoy the most. Is these city type maps.
Exactly that, and what it comes down to in these kind of maps, and I think that's why we both like them so much, is it really just comes down to pilot skill. There's
yes.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can have the best missiles, and yes, it might help, but it really just comes down to who's the better pilot, who knows their machine better.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy about city fights, even in tanks. That's what I enjoy about city fighting.
Oh yes, in tanks. One thing I can't stand. Keep your plane steady. One thing I can't stand is sniping in War Thunder. Great job, brilliant. I can't stand it. Tanks were never designed to snipe one another. That's why we invented sniping rifles. Tanks were meant to duel it. Did you crash again?
Yeah.
Oh,
give
bollocks.
me a minute, let me task manage this, because every time it does restart, it opens the normal War Thunder. I'm just going to task manage this, and then we're going to open up the War Thunder dev server, and then I think we'll just
stick with the vehicles.
we'll just stick to the vehicle part of this, because yeah, evidently it does not like me doing battles in loading screens for some or other reason.
Yeah.
I can't fathom what it might be, but hey, first dev server is notoriously unstable.
Buggy bugger.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm thinking of, normally after updates I do a review. Then I pick the nation that I think comes off with the best for the update. And I'm thinking this time I'm gonna change the name of this update to not I can't find my names. The update's name is King of Battles, if I'm correct. I'm thinking of changing it the King of Palatines, because because every artillery piece that I've seen except for 2 are basically Palatines.
Got an artillery piece.
Yeah, it's literally like, okay, you want an artillery piece, here's a paladin. We're gonna give you the short nosed paladin. Take that one. Oh, you our friend. Here's a big one.
I will say though, the short nosed paladin is very derpy.
Yeah, it looks pretty. Yeah, I agree with you. It is. But yeah, I just, I always say spread the stuff out. Don't just make it one-minded thing. And unfortunately, that's what they do. Which is pretty boring, actually. So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, like overloading the update. Because that's what they did with the last one. They overloaded the update, and now there's nothing really for them to add in this one. But anyway, now that we're back, let us quickly go through. Hello to everybody on the stream. Yes, welcome. Okay, cool. So let's go for the USA first, and we'll go through ground, aviation. We'll just quickly flick through them. So in terms of where's upgraded G6 Renoster, we'll get there, Chief, I promise. Right, so tech tree wise, we've got the M109. Hello, guess what it is? It's the upgraded Renoster with tracks. It's a paladin. This is the long barrel paladin. Only difference between this one and the short nose one is that it's got a higher muzzle velocity, same caliber, same traverse, same chassis, same speed forward and backwards, turret, everything. Everything is the same except for the muzzle velocity on the gun. In terms of modifications, we have a HVT round, smoke, and normal HE. The HE round comes with I can read, I promise.
But
6.86 kilograms of explosive mass. There we go. I couldn't find that statistic at all. So it's a really chunky HE round. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know how I feel about the I don't know how I feel about the Paladin, honestly. I like look, it's an SPG IRL. It's a very, very good SPG. It's got a lot of fire support capability. It's fantastic. I just don't know how I feel about it. But anyway, then there's the T54E1.
whoa. The Paladin.
Yeah.
I like to believe that War Thunder does things for a reason, okay? People moaned and bitched about things and they implemented overpressure. Then I like to believe, now this comes back, I like to believe War Thunder does things for a reason, and sometimes I think they do it just to piss us off. They thought, okay, let's change it to overpressure mechanic. And you know what we do, people? They're sitting there in the office. No, what do we do, boss? We just add a shit ton of SPGs into the game.
And HE slingers,
yeah, HE slingers. We irritate the living shit out of them, and we give YouTubers and
something to bitch about.
And unskilled players things to make very good content on, because there's nothing more fun to kill somebody with an SPG. There is nothing. It's fun. I mean, I used to do that with the Rhino and that the Bracca, the Swedish self-propelled gun. It's like buses.
I don't know, Chief.
And you do that with them. It's okay. I just like memes. I like irritating people. So it's fun, and that's what I'm just trying to say is that we wanted overpressure. They gave us overpressure. Okay, you wanted that. We're going to give you things to irritate you, and they give us these self-propelled guns to do it. So we asked for it, and I feel that it's got no real fitting. Because how often do you see them running around on a battlefield?
Well, I mean, aside from the video, you don't really see big HE sling. Actually, I lie. You see the 2S3M a lot, but that's because it's actually a really, really good tank, SPG. But that being said, on the point of that, I think it's nice to see the Paladin because it is a cool vehicle. I don't know if it's going to be one that is played all too often because at the same BR, you've got the Amtos and the Scorpion.
You've got two good tanks already.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, if big HE slingers are fun for you, then by all means, research the Paladin. I don't know if I will go back and research the Paladin myself. I might, depending on how I see it perform in the battlefield and stat cards. But that being said, look, it's going to be useful, I think, in locking down. Because what's nice is it's not broken like the Vidar. It's got a 13-second reload on an ace crew. So
yeah, it's got a slow reload.
Very, very choosy with your shots.
Yeah.
And I think that makes it fun. Because, you know, as much as you are an HE slinger, which, you know, whether that's the new meta or not, I don't know. But at least the HE slinger, like, for example, let's say you see, I don't know, a BTR camping off in the corner there, and you see him, you lob a obscenely large round, a 155mm round at his face, and bang, there he goes. So I think it's just entirely down to how you feel in the moment. But that's
how I feel. Honestly, how I feel about adding SPGs into the game, it's light up ed research, because that's what's happened to me with the Swedish lineup at the moment, and the Italians. I come to these the Russian one that was added in the last update. I come there. I'm not in the mood to research that thing because that's not what I'm interested in. So it kills my research, and I've got no way to bypass it because the tags that they have to put separate from other tags, they hide behind other tags, and tags that you guys understand what I'm saying. That is a tag that should be optional for you, in my opinion.
But I think like they should have a SPGH line, self-propelled gun
Well, line,
howitzer,
yeah.
because I mean, like, there's a couple of them, or at least just have them folded.
Yeah.
Because really, the SPH, yeah. I mean, you basically said it's a very situational vehicle, and some people are just not in the mood for it. But anyway,
Yeah.
this is one of the new American premiums. America got a lot in this update, ground and air wise, in terms of things for supremacy. So they got a T-54 E1 and E2. These tanks are obscenely good. They've got really good hull armor. They've got really good turret armor, and they've got
What is it? A
respectable
GE?
gun. Sorry, say again.
Is it a GE vehicle?
Yeah, so it's got APDS, it's got heat FS, it's got solid shots. Respectable cannons, respectable rounds. It's American.
And it's got
105 millimeter cannon as well. It's decent. It's nothing to scoff at.
No, I agree.
I definitely would be cautious of it on the battlefield. If I came across this thing, side shots is going to be the quickest way. Alternatively, killing it, cannon, and then tracks, mobility kill basically.
But
is going to be the way to deal with that.
But all those American heavies from there up, go further up on your lineup.
These ones, yeah.
No, further up, not down, up, go up.
Other way. Got you.
Yeah.
This section here, yeah.
Yeah, from your M4A, what's that, 5E2, all the way down to there. It's a very good heavy lineup. Really, it is.
Yeah,
it is really a meta lineup. So that's just something to reinforce a very strong lineup group of vehicles already. It's just going to be...
You've also got the M1 at the bottom here as well. Fits in with the T-52.
It's just going to be a very good support lineup that it's going to be. And then you got some very good light vehicles also there. I'm not sure about the SPA. SPG, SPAA.
In terms of SPA, you've got basically the...
Yeah, that's a good...
20mm cannon.
That's very good.
It goes burr, it makes noise, it's great. It's got radar, IOST, I think. It's good. There's nothing more to say about it. It's a good SPG. Or SPAA, sorry. But I mean, Easy's right. This is a very strong lineup for heavy tanks. Even the medium tank section is pretty good. So this heavy tank line is really just going to be supported by the introduction of these heavy tank / medium tank premiums.
Yeah, already.
I see this becoming the breakthrough pack for these two ranks. I think they're going to dominate quite substantially with the
I agree
as well, but also just this general, because I mean that really just does supplement that line. And I mean, look, 8,000 GE for what you're getting, it's definitely worth it.
I mean, it's a line that can be, it's got replayability, in my opinion.
Yeah, without a doubt. And also it sits at that nice BR where you sort of break even in terms of cost versus income, like repair costs and income.
You know what?
So, I mean, yeah, this is going to be a very big money maker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you don't make money in that groupie there, go find another game.
Uninstall the game.
Yeah,
Just leave. Stop.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is, I believe, it for the American grounds. Now, in terms of helicopters, I don't think America got anything. No, fantastic. Let's move on. Aviation-wise, I know that the F4s got and the F8 got better bombs, basically armor-piercing bombs for air-to-ship combat.
That's pretty good.
Too hectically into that because we know how bombs work. I don't need to draw you pictures, guys.
Yeah.
However, the big sort of, I suppose, celebrity of this update
is this one. I agree.
I hope that the Australian one comes soon, and I hope it comes to the British tech tree because this will be very good in the British tech tree. This is almost similar to some of the South African vehicles. Unfortunately, no South African vehicles, I don't think, were added this update. This is the first day of service, subject to change.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Aardvark, in terms of its weapons, I'm sure most of you saw on the live dev stream. AIM-9Bs, a stupid amount of them. 500-pound bombs, 20mm cannon, Snake Eye, M40 Mark 82 Snake Eye bombs, which is basically 500-pound bombs. More 500-pound bombs and lots of 1,000 or was it 750-pound bombs. You get the idea. This thing carries an obscene amount of ordnance. I don't think I have to go into how much ordnance this thing can carry. It's the Giga Chad of carrying ordnance. Let's leave it at that. But yeah, in terms of other vehicles, I don't think the US really got anything else. So without
They got the
further
helicopter, the Black Hawk helicopter.
Oh shit! Yeah, that did come through. Hey,
Yeah.
did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I didn't see it now. Where is it hiding? Where is it hiding? That's a Huey.
that's a little bird.
They not added on the dev server.
No, it must.
Oh, there it is. That's a Huey as well.
No, then it's someone not added in yet.
Aww.
No, they must not come. Oh yeah, they did say the textures weren't finished. It was only the model.
They did. Yes, this
Yeah.
was true. Yes.
Yeah,
They did
so-
say that was the case, but still boring. They showed it to us. I want to see it. But
Yeah. Makes two of us. Such an iconic
Yeah,
helicopter.
definitely. Let me just quick and great thing about this one is it's not down. But yeah, we'll get to dev blogs in a moment because we'll get to those ones when we get there. So shocker, guess who else gets a paladin?
Ooh, another paladin.
Germany gets the snub nose paladin. This
Yeah.
one got circumcised. Apologies, to everybody, but this one got circumcised. This is where they were saying that this will be quite unique to see how it plays out because of the much lower muzzle velocity.
Velocity.
This thing is very short range. So I don't know. Maybe this will be cool on like sand dunes or yeah, sands of Sinai, Tunisia.
I don't think it's gonna play that well.
Chile. I don't know. Hey,
I don't think
it
so.
depends on how bad the velocity is. I think.
No, I don't think it's gonna do as good as it's gonna be one of these that are gonna sit in the tech tree in the lineup, and later on they're just gonna try hide it away under something else. I don't think it's gonna. I think everyone's gonna rush for the American one. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
that's my honest opinion.
I think that's going to be the case as well. But
Mm.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. It'll be interesting nonetheless. I look forward to seeing it in combat.
I never saw any helicopters.
Because it's just a different thing. Yeah. So they did say that the Tiger here, the French are getting a Block 2 variant, but we'll get to that when we get there. But just to keep that in mind, if you like France, there is stuff there waiting. So the German, I don't want to say Luftwaffe because that's not what it's called anymore.
No,
But the German, I don't think
no,
it's
it is called the
German,
Luftwaffe still. I think it's still called the.
Is it?
Yeah, let's quickly Google it.
I don't know. It's yeah, the Germans got the new, or I say they got the new. They got a MiG-29G variant. MiG-29. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's we know what this is like. In terms of missiles, it has access to the R-73E, the R-2E71. That's one hell of a name. IRCM, yes, launch range 100 kilometers, max speed is Mach 5.8. It's got a really high overload of 38 Gs. I don't know if that's better than the 37. No, it's not. That's just less. So still pretty capable missiles, and then it's got obviously access to the R60MK and the R27ER1s.
Yeah, it's still called the
Yeah,
Luftwaffe.
in terms of governance, is it still called Luftwaffe?
Yeah, it's still called Luftwaffe. Blah 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 blah.
Nice.
What's this? The MiG-29.
Yeah, this is the MiG-29G.
Okay, you must show
so
the
this
camos off
gets
if you can.
access- Yeah, no, definitely, because this one also gets access to some pretty cool ground ordnance. And let's see if we can see some cameras. I don't know if we can because I don't own the vehicle. Let's see, preview. No, I unfortunately cannot.
Will you
But
not
there's
be
some
able
really
to?
cool camos for it. There's a massive Bundeswehr, or there's a massive German flag for it, which I really think is awesome because it's really, really cool, really unique.
Hmm.
And it's just kind of like, hey, I'm proudly German, deal with it as you get shot by an R60 or something.
Yeah, but it's just really a very. I've never seen one like that in War Thunder before for any nation.
It's very bold. It's a very bold skin. It says a lot. It's a
yeah.
very big statement skin.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty
yeah,
cool.
In terms of Russia, BTR 152 Delta. I'm trying to figure out which is the one button that I need to push. So this is basically the similar vehicle to the BTR 152 ready, except it has four douches. Sorry, I can't. Arranged in a quad turret layout. It's basically the same as the BTR 152A.
Yeah, it's just it's got.
It has extra douche.
Yeah.
And I think it is actually extra. Yeah, it's just 2 extra guns basically.
Yeah, it's not gonna bring anything different. In my opinion, it's not gonna make any difference really in the game. It's gonna be like the same. So.
It will just be another BTR really, but I think it'll be.
Oh yes.
The weird aspect ratio tank.
Yeah, the
775.
The pancake tank.
Pretty much. This looks like somebody sat on it. Somebody really heavy. But let's just see here, because apparently this front plate is immensely powerful, like really impactful. So let's go to.
I made a video. Made a video on this tank today. Okay.
Let's see. Reukat 105. Met DM33. Reg. Lekker soos 'n cracker. So this thing sits at the same BR as the Reukat. It's 9.3. Penetration is possible, but high chance of ricochet. And even more so on like the sides, if you're aiming at the side of the tank. I think forget about hitting the turret as well, because that is stopping DM33 without fail. Lower glacis is still a viable option, but if the player is smart and they lower their frontal glacis, actually, mind you, if they angle their lower glacis down, you can still pin the top. So really, the only way to actually kill this thing reliably is side on and lower glacis, which is quite interesting. And that's with DM33 out of a 105 caliber.
Quickly,
so that's very interesting. Actually, I didn't realize it performed that well.
I did a video today on this tank, and the research, and I said in that video, I don't know how Gaijin's going to do the missiles penetration, because the research I found on this tank today was that its pin was at about 250, but Gaijin said in the stream, I'm not blaming the streamers, I'm just making this a discussion, said the pin is at 700. So
you can check that.
I would like to know where did they find that, because I couldn't find any of that anywhere.
So what did you say the pin was? 500?
Yeah, I think they said 500 or 700 or something along those lines. It's got 2 missiles.
The pin at the moment sits at 500. The HE, which is not really a missile, it's more of an unguided rocket, sits with a 37mm pin.
Yeah, because the research I could find out, they said was about 250. So...
Yeah, but that being said, this is the first dev server, so it is subject to change. So we'll have to wait and see if Gaijin fixes that, if it is a problem. They could also be accessing classified information through...
Could be.
Russian museum. Or I say classified. Declassified but withheld.
Yeah.
That is unfortunately a class of information, and it's really annoying. But anyway.
Yeah, but it's
aviators. You're not getting anything. Deal with it, and neither are the Russian sailors, which is a little bit of a bummer.
That's a very interesting tank. It even can drop its suspension to even become lower.
Yeah, flatter.
Yeah, flatter.
Funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ultra low profile.
Bro.
Okay, so. Britain, the dear forgotten major. They also get a paladin.
No, let's just skip past it.
So for British, you also get a paladin. 6.3 in between the Tortoise / Conway and the VF 4005.
Yeah. Maybe with the paladin being over there, it would actually be a good thing. Because go up.
What, 6.3?
Yeah, between the FV4005 and the Tortoise. The Tortoise suffers heavy. The FV
And the
4005
Conway, actually.
suffers also very much heavily. I love playing them, but they suffer. The Charioteer also suffers at this BR. I can't get the Shiturin to kill shit. So, and the Rottles and all of that. So maybe it will
There's
be...
so much issues with the Centurion, guys.
Yeah, I've got a lot of
We need to
history.
send him- We need to send him a Centurion tutorial care package.
Yeah, please do.
Man's just doesn't know how to shoot, I'm telling you.
So maybe this
Nah, I'm
dope
kidding.
gun.
It is a bit of a difficult thing, but with the 109 being there, I think it'll alleviate the stress here.
Maybe it will be
little.
something. Yeah, maybe it will help that lineup. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe it will.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not much different really from much that sits at this BR. So I think for British mains or British players, I think they're going to have a good time getting used to the round because it's a much bigger round than I think anything currently here. Let's see in terms of the...
Did they fold the
T6.
Irland into the... That's fucked up.
Yeah, they did.
That's fucked up.
Okay, so the G6 has a higher TNT equivalent. Slightly, it's basically the same muzzle velocity, just a higher TNT equivalent in the G6. But even the VF 4005, the Conway, the Tort, all of these big guns here, in this line here and then here, all of those British players will be used to. So I think getting used to the M109A1 is not going to be too difficult of a task. And I think it's actually going to complement their playstyle a lot because it's got a slightly flatter trajectory because I believe this is the long barrel Paladin.
No, it's
Yes,
the
it is.
stump. Is
So
it?
it's
Oh,
got
yes, it
much
is.
higher
Yeah.
Velocity and yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
I just...
We'll have to see.
I think it could be... It could complement it well. I'm not sure. Vickers Mark
I think it will. I
11.
think it'll also be nice. Yeah, the thing that has garnered a significant
Amount of hate.
amount of controversy on my channel as well as Easy's channel. It is now in the game. Suckers deal with it. If you don't like it, bypass it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm only joking. I love you all very much. And honestly, this thing is a behemoth, but seeing how it performed on the dev server in terms of driving about, it's pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. I'm very surprised with how maneuverable it is. I thought it was going to be a lot slower, but we'll quickly showcase it here in the test drive. So this is stock, and we'll go on the paved road first. It is stabilized, which is nice. Okay, Heat FS is still a bit funny, but oh well. And we're already up to 50, 60, going way higher, and we're getting quite a good acceleration going here. In terms of the crew layout, you have two in the turret, one's glitched, two in the turret, one in the lower hull, and I thought there was supposed to be a fourth one. Oh no, there is four. Okay, I can't count, and I'm blind. Don't expect to shoot behind your vehicle, as you can see. There is a massive problem there. So don't expect to shoot behind your vehicle. At least don't expect to shoot downward behind your vehicle. It kind of looks a bit like the Warthog from Halo, or the Scorpion from Halo, I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. But it's got really good turret traverse, really good elevation. It's really fast, as you can see, it's super maneuverable. It drifts like an absolute beast. It's the next Tokyo Drifter. And it's the same cannon that's on the Vickers VFM5. So, reliable vehicle. As you can see there, waded through that little puddle or stream there, no problem. And even if we go... Let us find some rough terrain. Straight over these, no problem. I don't know if this will come with a laser rangefinder. I presume it will because
Yes, it does. It does come with a laser rangefinder. Yeah, it does.
Epic. So yeah, I mean, look, even acceleration uphill, pretty solid. I am, to say, quite chuffed with how this has turned out is an understatement. I'm very pleasantly surprised because I thought they were going to butcher this and it was going to be a really big, unwieldy, light tank, but it's really not actually. Like, I mean, this maneuverability, you can't really get the feel for it on the stream, but man alive, this thing is like super responsive.
I just feel this is gonna be one of those vehicles that's gonna be a bit of a pain to grind, but once you've spaded it, it is gonna be a pleasure. That's
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. It is going to be a pain to grind, but I think once you've got it, once you've spaded it, it's going to be very, very dangerous.
Mm.
And
Especially,
look, we went through that man's cannon breach as well. Like that is a significant amount of damage.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, each to their own. For those who don't like wheeled tanks, unlucky my cuz, because it's here now. Like I said, it's here now. It's here to stay. Make the best of it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Please don't crash on me.
Please
I
don't
swear if this
cry
crashes,
for
I'm
me.
actually gonna lose my crap.
Please don't cry for me, Argentina. For all the
I
years
don't
of
think that actually really
the crash.
because I don't know, I'm just letting it do its thing. Because I know that the French got the there we go.
Okay, we'll wait for you.
So I apologize, guys. I don't know what's going on. I honestly have never had this problem.
It's dev
So
server.
I don't know. Yeah, it is clearly a dev server curse today. Do you know what it is? It's because Mike Goes Broom took all the luck on his dev server. Now I'm getting all the bad luck.
Touche.
But that's all right. We will just quickly let this restart. But yeah, I'm really actually quite pleasantly surprised by the Vickers Mach 11.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Pleasantly surprised.
But like I said, I just think it's gonna be one of those vehicles that people might start grinding or start spading, and then halfway through they're like, "Nah, this pain is too much." And then the ones
Do
that
you know what it plays like? Sorry, do you know what it plays like? It plays like the CT CV 105 HP. That Swedish big boy. That was a battle or event vehicle.
You're gonna have to show me on your stream. I can't
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It plays like that.
I can't remember every vehicle.
Yeah, no, that's all good. But for those who are interested, the Strike Master Mark 88 premium strike aircraft for Britain at rank 4 is coming as part of the Battle Pass. So if you guys like the Strike Master, I think you really should go for it because it is a very unusual British aircraft. It's an attack jet, relatively inexpensive. It's got to quote, a vibe of a late 70s rainforests and VHS or action movies. The Strike Master Mark 88 is certainly a cool vehicle, according to Gaijin. It has a crazy amount of ordnance for what it is. It's got machine guns, it's got good bombs, it's got good rockets. But other than that, it's an early tier strike aircraft, really. But the vehicle that I was making reference to, the Vickers Mark 11 playing a lot like, is this, the CTCV 105 HP, this vehicle.
Okay, I haven't got it. Okay.
Like it, I think. But anyway, let us quickly get back on track. So there's the Vickers Mark 11, the Paladin. There's nothing else here added.
Yeah, so far.
Helicopters, Britain. Yeah, so far. Helicopters got nothing for Britain. Aircraft, unfortunately, nothing. I was hoping, well, I say a couple of people were hoping for South African top tier jets or just something to bolster the rank. Apparently not going to happen. Naval wise, we've got the HMS Iron Duke, which is the pre-order, which is frankly obscenely expensive for what it is.
I agree.
The Japanese also only gets the pre-order pack, which is hardly a surprise. Japan Aviation getting nothing,
which is surprising.
Getting nothing. The Japanese ground forces do get something. I just can't remember what it is. There we go. It's the Tan-Sam
1C.
The Attack on Titan version of SPAAs because of the little boxes. It's IR missiles. It's kind of like a Roland, I guess. I think this is. I'm really, really glad that this has been added because for the longest time, Japan has not had a decent AA at that
Top.
BR, and this thing has just really just brought Japan back into the game in that arena. And I'm really, really glad for Japan because they have been unloved by Gaijin in this department for so long.
The-
But yeah, this is the vehicle. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't have access to it, but
The problem with it is, and they have said
yeah.
themselves, you got to select your targets because you can evade the missiles quite easily, and you only got
Yeah,
8 missiles.
they're not. There's nothing fancy. Yeah.
Yeah, so even with the photographic camera system that they were talking about that I don't understand,
Optical electric guiding system.
yeah, you got to just pick your fights literally with that vehicle as you're going to, and I don't know what the reload speed on that thing's going to be, but I can imagine it's going to take a while.
Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine quite long.
So
but that's it for Japan. Unfortunately, nothing too remarkable other than the AA. China. They get a Chinese version of the Paladin. It's really just a good day for easy here, okay?
yeah.
This is the Chinese version of the Paladin. It's got a douche on top. It's a long barrel 152. Pretty reliable, I guess. It's the same as the tank destroyer variant in all manners and respects and purposes. The PTL, yeah, I think it's that one. But yeah, I mean, China really doesn't get much that side of things. Aviation, helicopter-wise, they don't get anything. Aviation-wise, also
Nothing.
not too sure. Anything for Sweden? We will get there soon enough, my friend. We will get there soon enough, I promise. Yes, this is what we were waiting for, kind of, sort of. This thing is bizarre.
Yes, I saw this
can't wait
today.
to play it. It's so quirky. I love it.
I'm
so quirky.
it's the first thing I'm researching when this update drops. Is this thing?
Yes, yes. This vehicle is so quirky. I'm so in love with. I saw it and I was like, I have to play this. I'm in love with this.
Me too.
This vehicle is just so derpy. Look, it's probably not going to be effective, but I don't care. I'm playing it.
I feel
it's
this.
a one chassis with a buffers on top. It's pretty damn reliable. There's also another Paladin. This is the short nose one because it's the 9G. No, we don't want to test drive it. Please don't make me test drive a Paladin. You'll crash my game again.
For no reason.
This is the circumcised one. It's cool. It's great. We know what it is already. Let's
get it. It's a copy and paste from all the others.
Yeah, basically. They also got something. Oh no, that was the battle pass vehicle. That's right. The basically flak 88 kind of thing. I mean, you said the Swedes. The Italians also get this. So there's a variant of this that has been in the sort of premium line. It's the Turkey variants of this aircraft, I believe. Oh, no, that's a T-19, sorry. But basically, it's a very similar aircraft to that.
Yes.
And this has a lot of electro-optical jamming and sensory suite. It's a very, very modern aircraft and very powerful. Very, very powerful. This one also will come, I think. Actually, before I say that, let me check. In terms of its missiles. So it's only got the Mistrals. Oh, yeah, no, this is the one with the spike ERs.
Yeah.
So this one has an extended range spike missile. Fire forget, and it's got a really long range. From an aerial platform, it's going to be very, very difficult to stop.
If anyone doesn't know what the spike missile is, it's actually an Israeli missile. It is.
It's an Israeli missile. So basically, you fire it, and the missile guides itself into the target. No needing to ride a laser beam or anything like with the Hellfires. This one is self-sufficient missile.
Yeah.
And the ER literally just means extended range.
Yeah, it's a very good missile.
And yeah, it's the same missile that's on, same-ish missile that's on the Fletcher and the KF-41.
Yeah.
This one's just got longer range and it's on a helicopter.
Yeah, and it's very good missile. Very, 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 very good.
Very good missile.
They don't get anything actually.
Nice is because they're going to be. What's nice is because they're going to be launched from a helicopter. So the biggest thing that spikes struggle with is if the missile loses line of sight from the missile itself. So like if you go behind a building or a tree or whatever, the missile dumps itself. From a helicopter, that's not going to happen because
Happen.
obviously, well, it's very unlikely. It's difficult to pull off because obviously a helicopter's in the air. So that's cool, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of glad that Italy's getting a lot of love as well as France.
Yeah, there's quite a bit here to talk about in France. I think there's 3
Because
vehicles in
they
France.
I think there's more. No, yeah, 3.
3,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
glad that they're getting the love because they have been neglected. The French get a Pershing, nothing too wonderful there. I mean, we all
No,
have
no.
played
I
Pershings
think
before.
I play a lot France. Next week's meme video will be on France, and I play a lot this BR where the Persian is, and I just think it's gonna be the same like with the American one there. This Persian is gonna help this BR a shit ton because at this
But
BR,
it's the same with the Italians because they also have a Pershing at 6.7, and it helps this lineup.
yeah,
Immensely. It helps
yeah.
them a lot, and it's the same with the French, without a doubt.
It's gonna help this lineup
So
because
I
the
think-
French battle at to because you guys must remember something about the French. They surrendered early into World War II. Okay.
As
They were-
everyone is very kind enough to remind them every so often.
Yeah, okay, but I don't mean it in a bad way. So they set the whole World War II out, and they only started after World War II producing tanks. Then it was already in the Cold
Producing
War.
indigenous vehicles.
Yeah. So basically, this one whole piece of the lineup shouldn't actually exist. But because Gaijin just implements shit without getting their shit in order, you are, it just doesn't work. And some people might argue with me, but that's my experience. And I think the Persian will be a great fit here to make this lineup a bit better. That's my opinion.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And what's nice is, so like I also play quite a bit of France. And, you know, the Pershing really is a reliable tank. It's a solid tank. So having this added at the battle rating that's added, like Easy said, is going to immensely help out the French lineup. And I actually don't have any issues going through the Pershing. But we also have another entrance into this BR. So it's an IFV. So someone please help me make sense of this. So it's an infantry fighting vehicle that Gaijin has classified as an AA and given scouting.
Yeah, I can't figure that part out for the life of me. When the trailer video dropped,
It's
okay?
another vehicle that has a similar problem, and it's a 2 S38M for the Russian top tier sort of premium line. But I don't understand this logic. Somebody please make it sense in chat. Somebody maybe in chat can explain it. I don't know.
Because
but,
when the trailer video dropped, I couldn't figure out this vehicle because it looked so much like a Puma. I thought it was a Puma, Armada. And then later on I realized it's, and my stupidity again, not thinking about it, I should have realized this was the French IFV. So I don't know how they screwed that up, really. I don't know how they classified it as a SPAA, because it is not an SPAA. It is far from that. This has got infantry compartments. I just...
yeah, Akvistani, I don't know.
I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I guess it's here to stay. But yeah, it's got DM43, which is a HVAP round, so not a lot of pen. It's only 57 mils of pen, which is pretty reliable in all things considered at 5.3.
The biggest thing with that...
The reason why... Yeah, sorry, go for it. I just want to respond to something someone in chat said afterwards, but go for it.
With that vehicle, that's going to be literally a haul-down vehicle, just because your turret is unmanned. Have your turret sticking out, and you just going to rapidly, what's it, a 20 or a 30? I think it's a 20. And you're going to...
20 mil, yeah.
And you're going to fire down range. You're not going to worry about kills. Yeah, you're just going to worry about assists with that vehicle and scouting. That's how I would play that thing.
Yeah, I mean, either that or if you get very lucky and get a good map with good flanking positions and sit there and do it, then you might get some kills. But,
kills, yeah.
Denmark surrendered after 6 hours and Luxembourg surrendered after 1 day. To be fair, both countries were completely overwhelmed and outmatched, and both armies were actually very, very antiquated. There's actually a story about that, and I think I'm gonna tell this while I have Easy on the line because I think he'll find it interesting. So there's somebody that I know whose grandfather fought for the Danish during the Second World War, or his great grandfather or something. But anyway, the story goes that this man was a hunter, and he hunted with his hunting rifle, and he was a really good shot, and he was kind of in his little village. He was known as the hunter, as the Jaeger. And when war broke out, he went, and obviously because they did conscription, and now this is in Denmark, and he did conscription and all of this, and got his army rifle, and he was in a position to say, because he ended up becoming a sniper, and he was in a position to execute a couple of German soldiers in an ambush position, and he pulled his trigger, and nothing happened. His rifle was that old that the firing pin had corroded entirely, so he couldn't fire his rifle, and that was part of the reason why he felt, post fact, that he couldn't actually. He almost felt betrayed that he couldn't defend his country, but he also felt like he had betrayed his country because he didn't check it. So that's an interesting story. A complete and absolute sidetrack from where we started, but
yeah, but
hey,
people
that's
make
what
the
you get
mistake.
yourself
Look. We are sidetracking a bit, yeah. Denmark, Luxembourg, Belgium, all those countries were all under the protection of the British. Okay?
in. And the French, yeah.
And the French. Poland was under the protection of the French and the British. The Polish had a big army, but like you said, it was inadequate, okay? They never
tag teamed.
Yes. And the British and the French, in my opinion, let them all down, because the French and the British were supposed to attack Germany from France if Germany attacked the other countries. The French pushed in several kilometers, but then later withdrew. So yeah, you don't blame them for their loss. You blame the responsibility lies at the French and the British. In that is history. That's how it works.
Yeah, and I think also something that people often forget. The British and the French at this point in time, prior to the Second World War, both powers, both countries, were superpowers. They were the dominant powers in the world.
They were, yes.
They had every capability and capacity to sort of rectify the situation before it broke out into what it did. And I see the same thing with and we're going to bring it into a contemporary example.
I'll be right back.
With the Russian-Ukraine war. The initial phases of each of these conflicts has come from a relatively weak response from the superpower in the period of time. So in World War II, it was the British and the French. They gave a relatively weak response, appeasement, and then a very small defense mounted, at least on the British part of the various Low Countries and Norway. And then now, in our contemporary example, we have a fairly weak response where, we're just going to give you sanctions, a light rap on the hand, weak responses from politicians cost people, but I could have told you that for free. But anyway, let's move on quickly as we go. Helicopters, the French Tiger HAD Block 2 is not in the game yet. I don't think the textures were finished. Aviators for France, unfortunately, nothing this update for you, my friends.
Nothing yet.
Sailors, including myself, also nothing yet. As he said, this is subject to change. This is the very, very first steps over.
There's only about 3.
Let's see. Yeah, 3 or 4, depending on how.
Like test drive.
How tighty bitey they want to be. But anyway, so Sweden gets the PBV 501, basically a BP without a missile.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be very unique, definitely. It's got the RPG sort of anti-tank grenades. It's basically RPGs propelled through the gun. So it's got a heat round and it's got an HE round. It's cool. It sits at 7.0. It's below the IKV 91, which is quite nice. So again, the 7.0 lineup being reinforced quite nicely, and I'm really glad to see it.
I kind of disagree. I think.
Sorry, say again.
I kind of disagree. I think that's just, yeah, I think it's not going to be worth anything. I really think so. I think it's going to get trade wrecked on every corner. If I look at it. I can't see it. It's a low pressure gun. The aiming's going to be shit. You're going to have to aim with it like the German Panzer 4s or Panzer 3s. I think it's going to get trade wrecked. I really do. Everything's going to rip it. All autocannons will go right through it.
Fair point, but also bear in mind, BMP is not meant to be a brawler.
No, it's not meant to.
Be an ambusher. So
yes,
in that capacity, I think it's going to be very well. So actually, I think you're not wrong. I agree with you 100%. This thing is going to get wrecked as soon as you get found out.
Yes,
but I think it depends on the player as well. Like
that's what I was going to come back to. Yeah,
the tactic of like, okay, cool, this thing's an ambusher. I need to play it like an ambusher. Versus, this is just another light tank. I must play it like a light tank,
Yes.
And also, if somebody's like switched on enough to go, hey, I need to move after I've killed somebody, like hello, kill cam exists. But anyway, in that regard, that's all that Sweden gets for ground, at least for now. And aviating wise, unfortunately, also nothing. There was hints at a Gripen coming, so I don't think it's going to be for this update. Maybe.
Okay, I've got to end my stream now. Bye.
Yeah, basically, I'm pretty sad about that. Also, Israel gets a, I believe, Paladin M109. Also, yeah, Paladin. Carry on. Nothing to see here. Literally everybody got a Paladin, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think the Swedes are the only one who didn't get a Paladin, and yeah, the Swedes and the Japanese, which is kind of crazy. And I think that's actually it, which is quite cool. Okay, this is the present battle pass, so we'll just ignore that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap. There's nothing really else that has popped up as we've gone through this. Let me just find a non-Paladin vehicle to pull up so that we can close, because I'm not looking at another Paladin.
And you pick the one with the most hate.
But yeah, look, frick. I mean, I've seen so many late Paladins going through this now with you. I think I'm actually sick of saying the word Paladin. Hey, stay tuned, guys. Hopefully, there are going to be a couple of dev servers coming up in the next couple of weeks. We will have to see. I don't know. Thoughts on this update? I feel like it's a bit lackluster. The mechanics, like base game sort of game mechanic aspect of it, is very good. I like the aspect of dynamic missile maps. There we go, dynamic maps, and also the AP-FSDS having a discarding saber casing now. I think that's also really cool. But in terms of vehicles, I feel like this event this update's just lacking, I guess, for a lack of a better word.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I still think it's still a bit too early to judge. The battle pass for me is turning out to be pretty interesting so far.
I'm psyched for the battle pass.
Yeah, I'm also. I haven't been psyched for the last 3 or so, but I actually am looking forward to this one. But coming back to the update, I think it's still a bit too early. We're going to have to wait maybe another week or two and then see. They can still change it around. Without a doubt.
Yeah, no, they definitely can.
But there has been some...
As it stands now, it's a bit lackluster.
Yeah, as it stands now, there's some 1 or 2 interesting things, but... I mean, if I just go off the title... Yeah, if I go off the title King of the Artillery, it should have been named King of the Paladins. Because it's just Paladins left, right, and center. And that's what's spoiling it for me. The variety is not there. The Chinese SPG, yeah, it's different.
Paladin, basically.
Yeah, it's this is like copy paste Paladin. Okay, just make the barrel shorter. But they can still change it around. I'm interested to see what naval's coming, what other air units are coming, and I've got no hopes for this update. I've got no requests.
Yeah.
But so far, I'll be honest, the most interesting thing I've found on this dev blog so far, and dead honesty, is the pancake tank, the Object 775. That is the most...
I think everybody finds it really fun.
Yeah, okay, I'm not an aviation player, so some people are going to say the American F111 is the most interesting thing. But from a ground arcade player, I'm going to go with the Object 775 is the most interesting vehicle. And I'm actually, and they even said it on the stream, they're actually surprised that it came in the tech tree and not, I would have put it as a store pack.
As an event vehicle.
Or even a store pack, because there was only like one made,
Yeah.
1 or 2 made from my
One or
research.
two.
I think it was 3.
Yeah.
The 775T and the 775. I would have even put it in as a store pack. I mean, it's so rare and so unique. So that for me is the hype for this. This and that other anti-aircraft tank in the Swedish lineup. But
Samsung.
yeah,
Samsung.
Yeah.
Samsung. The Samsung. Right, that's what it's called now. It's now called the Samsung AA.
Samsung.
Deal with it. I can't speak English. Deal with it, guys.
That
Yeah, I
is
think for me, yeah.
that is my hype. I normally like the maps and visual effect changes, but those two things is what I'm going for at the moment.
Yeah. I think for me, takeaways from what we've seen thus far, I was really impressed with the maneuverability of the Vickers Mark 11. It is deceptively quick and deceptively mobile. I think the ground map as well, Flanders, I'm looking forward to playing on, because it is of quite a historical significance, and also it's got a lot more to offer, and it's dynamic, as Easy was saying. But other than that, there's nothing really, and I find that really actually disappointing. But this, again, is the first dev service, so my hopes, I do have a couple of them going forward. I'd like to see the Huey get added, as well as the HAD Block 2 helicopters. I'd also like to see some more aircraft and naval stuff come, so maybe we'll get some more cruisers and destroyers, I don't know. I'd also really like to see like the Gripen and some 4th generation Weizers come to the other nations, because they don't have anything except for the F-16s in the minor nations, but like for Britain and Sweden, there's nothing really. So I hope that they do fill that gap, because at the moment those two nations are suffering the most. But in terms of ground vehicles, I can't think of anything that I would like to see added this update, because, like, I mean, yeah, there's so much that, I mean, you said this as well, there's so much that they could add, but they are business at the end of the day. They need to keep it sustainable, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, I think those are my two sort of 2-3 hopes, is having some more naval, and then 4th gen fighters coming to Britain and China, Sweden. There we go.
And we must also keep in mind with what you spoke about earlier, the anniversary. There could be some very good specials coming out, because I did see, and I didn't do videos on them, but there is already some coming out again, the UH-1C XM30, and some ship.
This one for those who are not familiar with that, it is this Huey. So this is on sale presently for 8.9 Golden Eagles, Golden Eagles. And then there was a ship that Easy was busy talking about.
Yeah, the Heidi, and then some other one that the Terrafluger.
Where did it go?
No, sorry, it's just the Heidi.
Heidi, yeah.
Yeah. They are also coming out. So normally they do these things before an update or before a birthday. So keep an eye out for the specials. It could be something good, hopefully. Could be something.
I hope. Also, guys, bear in mind that, okay, so on that topic of specials, Gaijin sales are coming up big time this sort of end of the year. You've got the Black Friday sale, you've got the anniversary and birthday sales, you've got the end of year sale as well. So there are 3 big sales coming up. They are going to be massive discounts, especially Black Friday, on basically any vehicle that has black in its title, so Black Shark, Black Prince, etc., etc. In terms of vehicle discounts, you're going to have massive discounts on GE up to like 50%. So save your GE for when the sales come, because it means that you'll get a lot more for a lot less.
Yeah.
In terms of Silver Lions as well, if you guys are going to be bumming through a lot of research, save your Silver Lions for when those sales come, because it means that you will have this, which you see here currently, you will have it then reflected on the live server as well when it comes to sales. So yeah, you've got about 3 more sales coming up this year. I would suggest, my personal opinion, birthday sales the best one to go for, because anything of the new updates, last two updates, you're not going to get. So this update coming up, as well as the previous update that we just had, Sons of Attila, and then the King of Battle, King of Artillery, whatever it was. Both of those vehicles in both of those updates will not be discounted, but everything else will. So I think that is everything in terms of what's coming up in the next bit for War Thunder. Thank you guys on my end so much for watching. Like I said earlier in the video, if you guys like the content, please give Easy a sub as well as myself. Our Patreons are also linked down below on our respective channels. Discord servers as well, also down below. So if you guys want to join that and be involved in our communities, we take suggestions from you and we talk about them and we go over them and we engage with you guys quite often. So please get involved in that. From my side, thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been a bit of a train wreck of a stream, especially on my end. My game has crashed about 4 times, which is wonderful. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And from myself and Easy, good night, stay safe, have fun wherever you are in the world, and stay awesome. We love you guys lots.
Yeah, same on my end. Keep well. I'll see everyone in the next one. Bye-bye.